laughing and the baby smiling. Sun's up and the food cured. People doing what they be doing. Go ahead and double dutch. Sitting on the front porch. Don't let nobody change your mood. Can't change my mood. The sky's clear blue.
Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to my channel. I am Andrea Kennedy. I am a leadership strategist and expert. I am a learning and development consultant and a transformation coach. And I specialize in helping people become catalysts of transformation. Welcome to episode number 1 of Hustle and Heart. I'm sitting here in my office, and that's what I hope this series is going to be. I really just want to keep things real and honest, and I don't want to edit, so it's just me filming. And in order for me to continue and be really consistent, I'm just going to let you know right now, there's going to be a lot of imperfections and a lot of things that maybe other people would edit out, and I'm just not going to go there. So Hustle and Heart for me it's an important step that I take in owning my story. And I'm going to talk more about that in later episodes. But there was a time in my life where, not too long ago, where I was really ashamed of my story. And it's sad to say, because I think there's a lot of us who look at our past and we don't want to admit what we've gone through. We just kind of want to forget it. And that is a shame. It makes me sad, and it makes me sad to think how I've been ashamed of my own story, but that's what makes us who we are. And so this series is just, honestly, it's a new chapter in my life, for one. So 30 days ago today, I left corporate America, and I am now on my next chapter in being an entrepreneur and running my own biz. Now, it's something that I'm not a total newbie at. I've been there, done it before, ran a fitness business for 10 years, was a personal trainer. I launched a successful boot camp, and I've helped so many women and men achieve their goals. And so I've always been a coach and a teacher, but now we're in a different phase. And I really want to own this chapter, but I want to document it. So if you're expecting like these super hyped up, greatly, super awesome edited videos, that's not what we're going to do here. Because I got to be honest, documenting this is super important for me and my goals and my mental health. But then I was thinking, as I'm doing this and I'm trying things like, who can I help out there? If you're trying to launch your own business, it can be super lonely. It's daunting. Being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. And going into this, my mental health was not, I don't want to call it, like, I'm not like a super bad place, but there's just days that are more of a struggle than others. And to go into business for yourself, I usually, especially, okay, I'm going to say this. When I was a personal trainer, I felt like I had an armor. Every day was about building my armor and building up that fighter inside. And somewhere along the way, being in corporate America, I lost that inner fight. That girl who had built up that armor. I stopped working out because it wasn't my job anymore. I wasn't at the gym all the time. So we're just in a whole new phase. And this is a whole different type of business that I'm trying to launch. And so I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I want to keep these videos 10 minutes or under. So what we're going to do today is just recap what in the world has happened over the last 30 days and what have I learned from trying to launch my business. So recap, timeline. I left my job and spent basically the first week and a half to 2 weeks networking, but I had my head basically in my computer, is what I've been saying. I didn't come up for air. What I did was focus on revamping my website. So if you are a brand new entrepreneur or you are thinking about launching your biz, what I highly recommend is that you have an online presence. Now, I had already had a website, but it wasn't something that I was super proud of launching to organizations. It wasn't something that was geared towards sales. And so I knew that that was like step number 1, figure out what products I can launch out right now and get that online so people can learn what I do, and really create that sales page, which I have never been really great at. The sales copy part is something that I'm working on. I've always been in sales, but face to face is my jam. Like that's my vibe. And trying to sell through email and over the phone it's difficult. And I commend anyone that does that for a living. I've trained recruiters for a very long time. And I've always said like, that is an incredibly hard job. Simply for the fact that you're on the phone or you're texting and you lose that body language. You lose a little bit of that your personality, and you got to figure out how to get that. Anyway, so I just totally rebuilt my website because I want to create online courses. I have used Wix. I've used WordPress. I am now in Kajabi. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's super user friendly. So my first piece of advice for you, if you're thinking about launching a biz, is understand what kind of website you need. If you just need something super simple, basic, Wix is perfect. WordPress, I feel like it's a little more complicated to use, not that much more, but it has some great capabilities. But for doing an online course, Kajabi has been my favorite out of those three. I haven't tried GoDaddy or any of the others. So those are the three I've tried. So if you want an online course, I'm using Kajabi. And I love it so far. It's been amazing, super easy. So then what I really recommend is if you're not posting online, whatever platform you're on, is that you start doing that. So for the last few years, I've been really focusing on creating my brand. And that's something that I teach as well as a leader and as somebody working on your career. It's important for you to have your own personal brand. And I'll get into that in a different episode, but it is crucial that you know who you are. And I'm so shocked by the amount of people when I ask, like, if I said, who are you? Do you know how you would answer that question? And I love that when people see pink or, they see my funky haircut, that's an energy that I try to convey online. So when I'm thinking about posting, if you receive an email from me, you should feel that authenticity and you should feel my brand popping off the page. Now, that wasn't something that happened overnight. So I've really worked on my LinkedIn page. Some people are on Instagram and Facebook. That's not my jam. I feel like I can't connect personally with people as I can on LinkedIn. And there's a lot of folks that I think would agree that you don't have to, if you're working for a company, you don't have to use their logo on your LinkedIn page. In fact, I highly suggest you make your LinkedIn page stand out in a way that's authentic for you and you're not completely tied to the organization that you work for, because you are unique. You have your own personality, and it's okay to be all in on who you work for and love it. And that's amazing. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to answer the question, who am I? And so a lot of my content, you'll see, I have kind of tagged myself the tattooed mermaid, and you'll see a lot of blues. I love the ocean, and that's my vibe. And so that is why having that online presence, working on my website was so crucial, because your brand is really the first thing. It's the feeling that people get when they see your content, and you need to have a voice. So website and personal branding are two very important things. I started creating emails, I started networking, and I've honestly, in the first 30 days, I'll keep this really short. There's been several highs. I got the opportunity to create proposals for several large organizations, and I got super excited, just at the opportunity of helping leaders transform how they lead, and just really getting excited in general to coach and teach and get into what I love, because you need to know, if you're thinking about going into business for yourself, being any sort of entrepreneur, you really need to build up an armor, because you're going to get told no a whole lot. You're going to work on things. You're going to give your sales pitches. You're going to email. You're going to do all the things, and you're going to get rejected. You're going to be told no. And that's where I'm struggling today, is I feel like my armor is gone and I'm taking things more personally than I would like to. So part of my goals right now are to truly build that armor back up. actually today, because here's the deal, being buried in my computer and, networking is great. I'm meeting new people and working on content. But if you're not taking care of yourself, it is very, very hard to build up that armor and become the person that you need to run a successful business. Just the other day, I kind of realized just getting cranky and honestly depressed. I've been dealing with anxiety and things that I've never dealt with before. And it doesn't feel like me. So I love my work and I can sit on my computer for 12 hours, but I don't recommend that. So actually today I made it a priority and I've set some boundaries for myself. So while I gave myself some grace to go all in for the first 30 days, and I've made strides. I have gotten better at getting my name out there and connecting and doing the right things. So today I'm going to take a minute and just kind of give myself a high five for that. It's only been 30 days, but entrepreneurship is a process. It's something that doesn't happen overnight. That is definitely something I've always told people, my former clients. And I got to remind myself that this is a journey, and you need to take care of yourself. You need to be patient and just stay consistent. So the first 30 days there, when I tried to film this video, and when my audio didn't work and I'm like, oh, I just wasted 20 minutes. Things like that are going to happen. And you have to be able to give yourself grace. But when I actually tried to do that, I was much more emotional because I was having one of those low points where it's nothing's working and I can't get a yes. And it's just a struggle because every salesperson and every small business owner, I think, has a competitive side to them. And we're in this for the long haul. So if you're going to follow my journey, I'm going to keep this, like I said, I'm going to keep this short. I'm at 12 minutes, so I did not hit my 10-minute goal. But, let me know what you want to see. And if you have questions, please comment below. Make sure you subscribe. I want to help other entrepreneurs out there. I want to help other women who want to launch their own business. And, as I learn along the way, I'm going to share that stuff with you, as well as my journey trying to get my health back and stepping back on stage. So I will leave it there. This is episode number 1. And I hope that you will join me for Hustle and Heart, because I'm going to keep hustling and I'm going to keep my heart in this for the long haul, because I know over time, if I keep grinding, I will get where I want to be. You just need to be patient. So remember that. Keep creating your strength. Okay. I probably don't say that enough in my content, but that is what I'm trying to do, is create my strength. And however you need to create your strength, go all in, believe in yourself, because you can do it. So thanks for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.